I can't really see anything in this room. It's too bright, but I wonder if I can... Which way? No. No. I can't see anything properly. But, again, tonight I'll be on. I've just seen another video that is from this year. Maybe the other month or so ago. You know, when you really look at something and just think, just loving it. And I will shout out that channel after because it's to do with a certain somebody that maybe they call Jack sometimes. Maybe not a coincidence, my bird's called Jack. You know, it flies. If anyone gets a hint of who I'm talking about, we'll be talking about that person again tonight. Hi, I think it's a bit of a time to big the old JFK Jr. up, Jack. Just because the people who can't see it, hi, of what's happening on the JFK Jr. front is, if you haven't seen this channel who's done this video, which I will shout out later, or re-going over it, it just makes so much sense. Hi. So I'm just sat in my craft room. I've been doing some, I've just done a card this morning, doing some cards. New one today, thought was absolutely gorgeous. One I did last night with my drawing on it. Just doing a few of them. Off to the park in a bit if the weather stays okay because it is a bit windy. I think there's a storm coming. I think Trump's here. I think he's I'll be talking about that later. Supposed to be having dinner with the Queen and you know, things might be happening over in the old USA over there, you know, when he's out of the country, things happen. Then he'll leave our country, I think, on the 5th. Maybe some things will happen as well as Theresa May leaving on the 7th. But, good things, good things. That's all I can say. Oh, scratch cards, no, don't buy stuff like that. So, yeah, we will see. But, oh, also, a bit of a change this week because I've been trying, but it's gone now. I had a really bad headache yesterday. Hi. Anyone going on about purging and all that sort of stuff? It's like back on the old smoothies with no milk. No milk, no milk, no milk. Off the bread. I've got a fruit tea. I'm off the coffee. I just decided that when I got to the last coffee, yesterday I think it was, that was it, not having it anymore. You know, I got my fruit in, doing it slowly this week though, so it's not meaning I'm not absolutely for everything, but yeah, so I'm doing that. We'll see how I go because I've had this smoothie making thing for ages when I used to be vegan. So I'm slowly going back to a bit more plant-based and fruit-based. I think that's why, to do with other things over the weekend, but with the coffee and milk, that has gone. And I'm enjoying back to my fruit teas again. And we'll just see how that goes. A few things I've been doing on my hula hoop as well, which I might talk about again. Can't function with me. Yeah, the only reason I believe we can't function without coffee is because it's another addiction, I think. And the only thing I find with it is I didn't used to like coffee. And then I got into it because it's like, oh, I need my coffee. See my white hairs? I need my coffee. And then I sort of got more coffee instead of tea. And then I can't sleep at night. And then in the morning you're tired, so there you have your coffee again. So it's that cycle. I'll be talking about cycles tonight. Cycles are the cosmic clock that I've always held on to for a very, very long time. Still makes more sense with maybe 3 things that I've always held consistent with is Q, and the whole JFK Jr. thing. The cosmic clock, as if you'd like to say astrology, and positivity. There might have been something else, I can't remember, but definitely I've always talked about the cosmic clock, the alignment of, if you want to say planets, still doesn't mean we're one, if there are ones out there, that doesn't mean that, not in my eyes, and I will be talking about that tonight, because it all links up. It's been linking up to lots of people's channels at the minute. Oh, that's one thing, I've always talked about the alignment in the cycles, so, and the cycles of us aligning with the energies above. Some people don't believe in that. That's fine. That's my perception on things. I've held close to that for a very, very long time. Check out 12 what? 12 souls. Oh. So, I still think there's a lot of people purging at the minute, purging food, or even taking in food that they necessarily wouldn't eat. Because there's a lot of, I believe, energies going on at the minute, negative and positive, and it's going to pull you in, buffering, whatever you want to say. But I'll be talking about that tonight. And then sometime this week, I should be coming with a bit of art, as in collaging, for a bit of relaxation and positivity. So I tried to put a video up last night and it only showed you a bit of it. YouTube messing about, don't know what went on there. It started, I watched it and I was like, where's the rest of it? And someone was saying, where did you go? I don't know where. I had to delete it because it didn't make much sense because I was talking about other things and it just didn't come up. So, yeah, so I've got to nip out. We've got to go to the park after if the weather stays okay. My little seating area in my garden has gone because it's been dug up and took away, and I'm like, oh, I have to sit somewhere else. I am whapping energy out in a new way with my hula hoop. But yeah, good things come in. Interesting things, seeing more and more. I'm a bit fed up with some people out there saying, oh, such and such a body isn't awake or people aren't awake. It doesn't matter what people think. People are waking up. It's better than being asleep. So if people are just waking up, that's better than being asleep. It can't be stopped, and that goes along with the cosmic clock as well. So if there's a cycle that always comes in, it can't be stopped. Hence why Q is always saying it can't be stopped. What's coming can't be stopped. What's coming into the physical can't be stopped. We still reside on Earth. We are still earthly beings. So some stuff has to be stopped down here because it doesn't work properly for us to manifest and all those good things that we're supposed to be co-creating in, because we are co-creators. Oh, cell salts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And a lot to do with astrology and the energies that come into us, into our star signs, and the retrograde of like Mercury and all that sort of stuff, which I do have a little diary somewhere which has got the moon phases in, because high potency when that's up, and I do believe that's got more of a good energy on it now. So, but anyway, I'll be talking more about that tonight when I've wrote a few things down to jog my memory. But to people who've known me, I don't mean know me, but I've watched my channel from the beginning, you will see there's a consistency of, I always talked about energies and stuff like that, of cycles and that sort of stuff, as above, so below. You know, and that's a fact on my channel that I've always talked about. That's not something I've just come to. I've shouted out about a lot. And actually, the Dark Crystal, the film that I've shouted out a lot, did a rundown on before the Q book came out, was gobsmacked when the Q book came out. And the first film they referenced was the Dark Crystal, because it's got a lot to do with everything in it. The merging of female and divine energy, which I'll repeat tonight. And does have a cosmic clock in it with the woman in it. I can't remember what she's called. Which the series is coming out this year. Boom. Talks about that cycle. The cosmic clock is in it. And if you don't know, if you can't remember, please go and re-watch that film, The Dark Crystal, because you'll need to re-watch it, because the Age of Resistance, hint, 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 what? Age of Resistance, the series, is coming to Netflix in, I can't remember if it's September, I'm not sure, but so you might have to go and re-jog your memory, because the Age of Resistance, I think, is the one before what happened when they split, the Skeksis, or whatever they're called, and the Mystics, which to me is a bit like the male and the female, the logical and the mystical. It's all the same thing before they split. But they got back together at the end, didn't they? Because that's what's happening now, believe it or not. That's how I see it in my perception of things. So I'll be giving a few shout outs to those channels that I was rewatching of stuff, and then it's up to you to go and watch it if you want to or not. I don't tell people to go and watch it. I just say, well, I sort of say go and watch it, but if you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, you don't. And that's okay. So I will check you later. It's warm in here today. Yeah, and I still haven't dyed my hair, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be doing with it. I'm still holding off. I'm not getting, what is it? Pulled into doing it. And if anyone didn't check out, I don't know if it shouted it out yesterday, the channel Vincent Van Vendetta channel does a lot about Q, but he actually did one about lust. Very true out there. And women. You'll know what I mean if you go and watch it. Them women hating on men and all that stuff that they shouldn't be doing and selling the bodies and stuff like that, which is wrong because you're giving your power away. You're giving a lot of good energy away. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go and watch it because it was really good. Some people might not resonate. Some people will. Some people might not understand it. I totally understand it. And it was quite unusual for him to do that video, which I thought was quite good. But then again, I say everyone's connecting the dots in their own way at the right time, in the way that they understand. There's no right or wrong way, it's a way you understand, your right where you need to be at this time.